morning, GreenBiz. I love it. Let's bring the energy back. I have to think about what did I do to deserve to follow, or who did I harm to follow a Rhodes Scholar and the CEO of our nation's largest, most prestigious civil rights organization. But I'll do the best job I can, but I'm really grateful to be here. And I want to talk to you about how PepsiCo, as a global corporation, is really embedding this concept of just transition in everything that we do, end to end. But I know when you heard that this guy named C.D. Glin, who leads social impact and the foundation for PepsiCo, was coming to talk to you, a lot of you thought, what is a guy from a soda company gonna tell us about a just transition? Well, the first thing that I have to tell you is that PepsiCo is more than just a soda company. PepsiCo is the US's largest food and beverage company, one of the largest in the world. And you know a lot of our brands, and 2 days ago, a lot of you might have indulged in a couple of our brands, given that it was the Super Bowl. And you know, it's really important to think about this because we have a philosophy really that you're all familiar with, to whom much is given. So as one of the world's largest food and beverage companies with brands, whether it be Pepsi and Mountain Dew or Gatorade or LifeWater Aquafina, or on the food side, you think about Quaker Oats, or you may think about Stacy's Pita Chips, or you may think about Toes. Why Toes? Because we have a lot of Toes in our portfolio. We got Fritos, we got Cheetos, we have Doritos. There's lots of Toes in this portfolio. And it's really important for us to think about to whom much is given. We're a big company and we take that responsibility very, very, very close to heart. We want to ensure that as we grow and scale our company, 300,000 employees, we operate in 200 markets around the world, 1 billion people, 1 billion engagements every day with our products. That's a big responsibility. So I think about this as a get-to. It's an opportunity for us to do more good for the planet and more good for the people. That's what those engagements mean to me. And we also think about it's a have to. Because in those communities where we operate, there's an expectation. Again, this is beyond doing no harm. This is about how much good can we do as a company. And so it's a get-to moment for our company. It's a have-to moment. Communities expect it. They expect us to show up and show out. But also, we need to. We need to because our company and these brands are rooted in agriculture. Lay's is about potatoes and potatoes farmers. Doritos is about corn and corn farmers. All of our beverages, they're about water. It's the main ingredient in all of our beverages. And guess what? There's no Quaker without oats. And so, as a company whose brands are born in the field, rooted in agriculture, for us, this isn't a nice to have. This is a must do. We have to have a sustainable, regenerative, and inclusive food system for our business to survive, for our business to thrive, and our business can't thrive unless communities are thriving. We embarked upon an end-to-end strategic transformation, and at the center of our company, it's really about sustainability. It's at the heart of what we're gonna do. We're gonna go forward as a company with sustainability at the center of everything that we do. It's how we create value. It's about how we grow. And it's how we create real opportunities, operating within planetary boundaries, but for planet and also people. And that's what's really important with this conversation and what you heard from Huawei and Derek. That people and communities, that resilience building is at the center of what we do as a company. So yes, it's about stakeholder profit and shareholder profit and maximizing both of those, but it really is about sustainability at the center of all that we're doing. And so we think about being positive, and all of you have heard corporate leaders and corporate speak of being a positive force for good. It's essential to PepsiCo to be PepsiCo positive. Positive in how we source, positive in how we make our products and putting circularity in the center of making those products, and positive in the choices that we inspire, the choice that we inspire you to make as consumers. So I want to share briefly on how we have, yes, planetary sustainability goals, which all of you understand and are committed to, but also with each sustainability goal that we have, with every single one, we're putting people at the center of those goals. So it's not a nice to have. People and thriving communities is essential for us as a thriving business. And so we, as a company, we source 30 ingredients across 60 countries, across 7 million acres of land. We get all of our products. And we're transforming our entire agricultural footprint to be regenerative. And while we're doing that, we're ensuring that those who farm, yes, we want it to be regenerative, how they farm, but we're just as committed in terms of who's farming. Women are at the center of agriculture. A lot of you know that or should know that. That literally women feed the future and women feed the world. Over 70%, yeah, let's clap to that. Over 70% of people in the agricultural production system are women, but they're underutilized, under-resourced, under-supported. And so if we're going to talk about a regenerative food system, we need to put women at the center of that. And PepsiCo is committed to doing that. Water, a lot of you understand the positivity and the need for being net water positive. PepsiCo does as well. And while we're being net water positive, while we're replenishing as much water as we take out of the earth, we're also ensuring that people have access to safe drinking water. A commitment of 100 million people to have access. So we have conservation efforts, distribution efforts, purification efforts, but ensuring that people have access to safe water is essential to us as a company. Yes, the environmental planet goal, but the people goal as well. We leave no one behind as we make this transition, and that's what makes it just. You know, GHG emissions. One thing, this is one of those fun fact moments. I told you about our portfolio. We also have the largest private fleet in North America. We have more tractors and trailers and trucks than anybody, about 70,000. And we're converting this fleet decarbonization, we're converting them to Tesla semis. And this transition to net zero is essential. But again, as we transition, we have to ensure that we're reskilling and training and providing educational opportunities for those who have to come along the journey. And so we have a program within the PepsiCo Foundation where we're supporting access to education, particularly in Black and brown communities, to give them access to education from community college to 4-year degrees with historically Black colleges and universities. I went to Howard University. I'm a product of an HBCU. HU? So we are ensuring that we bring people along this journey as we convert our entire operations to thinking about being net zero. And we make a lot of products. You've heard me share that. These products, as we go forward, and as they are now, less sugar, less sodium, less fat, diverse ingredients in them. You buy a company like SodaStream, which PepsiCo did, because we're thinking about the future in terms of you being able to make your own beverages at home. So we're not having trucks that are emitting GHG emissions, that are driving all across the US full of what? Plastic and water. That's what we're talking about. But when you have a company like SodaStream, you're able to not transport that plastic, not transport that water, not have those GHG emissions from the diesel trucks, and make it at home. So we're literally trying to inspire you with the choices that we give you. And in doing that, we also are using our capabilities for good. We're using our capabilities to create products that address real challenges in terms of food insecurity, hunger, malnutrition, and sustainable agriculture. And in terms of malnutrition, I'm so proud of a program that we have that's in Mexico and Guatemala, and it's scaling to India, to use our capabilities for good, to use our capabilities of making food products that literally reverse the effects of mild to moderate malnutrition. If you can make a Cheeto, you can make a healthier product that addresses malnutrition, right? I mean, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about using these capabilities, again, to bring people along in terms of making this transition just. And so we have these incredible products with Quaker that really are addressing mild to moderate malnutrition. And I want to close with this, to say that when we talk about being local, that's about being proximate to the people who are on the front lines and of making this transition, those who will be left behind if we are not focused on global initiatives but local action. We're talking about being leading. As one of the largest food and beverage companies in the world, we have this responsibility. We have this pressure. But you know what I call pressure? I call pressure the same thing that Billie Jean King, the famous tennis star, called it. She said pressure is a privilege. So it's a privilege for us to be able to do this great work. And we want to be lasting. We want to be lasting in our efforts, community-driven, bottom-up driven, efforts that really put people and communities and resilience building at the center of all that we do. And if we do that, and as we do that, we are leaving no one behind. We're doing no harm, and we're doing more good for the planet, and we're doing more good for the people. Thank you.